All right, the season 2 patch notes are live. It looks like there's a lot of new stuff, so let's get into this. Hey guys, what's good? How we doing today? It is your boy Ven, and welcome back to another video. First off, just want to thank you guys for clicking on today's video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day slash night, wherever time it is where you guys are. Patch notes and updates for the season 2 that is dropping next week finally went live. There is a lot of new juicy stuff, so in today's video, I'm going to go over everything that is presented, give my 2 cents on it. Before we get into today's video, if you guys want to show me some support, be sure to hit that like button, and if you have not done so yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for post notifications so you don't miss another one of my videos. So with all that out of the way, let's get into these patch notes, what we got going on here. All right guys, yo, what's up? It's time to go through these patch notes in regards to season 2 of Warzone. Now, just a heads up, I'm not going to go over the Vanguard stuff. I know ranked play and that kind of stuff is coming to Vanguard, but I'm not really into Vanguard at the moment. I'm only using it to grind camos, so this is going to be mainly focused around the Warzone updates. All right, so I've already read through this. I'm going to go over the important stuff, explain things in more detail compared to how it explains it here. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, so in terms of new stuff coming to Warzone in season 2, there's actually a good amount, like more than usual with new seasons coming in. Usually it's just like a new gun, maybe a new POI, usually not. Maybe like some sort of in-game LTM, like the contracts at the what was it called, Nakatomi Plaza, like that kind of stuff. But there's actually a good amount of new content coming in with this. They posted a giant like season 2 image showing everything new that's coming up, so I'm gonna throw it on the screen real quick in case you haven't seen it. And just so you guys know, I'm gonna post all the links to the patch notes, all this the trailers, all that stuff in the description below. So if you want to check it out personally, just look down in the description. All the links should be there. All right guys, so they first started off these patch notes with saying there's going to be a lot of quality of life updates once season 2 drops with the game, fixing a bunch of random issues, a bunch of random bugs. So hopefully some of the known issues we have in the game currently will be fixed once season 2 drops. I didn't really go into detail about all these random issues, but there are a good amount of them. If you watch like any streamer play, you'll always see them randomly run into some weird issues and bugs. So hopefully season 2 will make the game a lot more playable. So let's get into the Warzone features and updates part of the patch notes. Now this is where the main chunk of new content is. Like I said, they're bringing in a lot more than usual with this season 2 than they have in the past seasons. So the first thing I want to start talking about, they have this new stuff called Nebula 5. Now Nebula 5, it's basically just like gas, the poisonous gas, but there's a couple new additions that will let you use this gas in new ways that you never could before in Warzone. All right, so the first thing that they go over with the Nebula 5 stuff is Nebula 5 ammo. Now what this is if you down someone while using this ammo that you can pick up, it will emit a gas cloud, a poisonous gas cloud around the person that is downed. So that basically means if you down someone with this, their teammates can't really res them unless they want to tank the gas damage or if they have a gas mask, but they'll also be taking ticks off their gas masks. So this can come really in handy, especially if you catch a team off guard or if you're in a tense situation and you end up getting it down with this Nebula 5 stuff. It can really help your team out, give you the advantage. Now this does come with some drawbacks. The Nebula 5 ammo, first of all, it's not stronger than regular bullets. It just has the effect where if you down someone with it, it emits the gas cloud around them. Another drawback is that it only takes up a single clip of your ammunition. So the gun that you want to use this with is kind of important. You don't really want to use it with an SMG. It might be better for stuff with like sniper rifles where you can get a guy down with like one shot. If you use it for certain guns, you might end up just wasting the ammo because you only have one clip of it. All right, so the next new addition, it's still with the Nebula 5 stuff. It's called Nebula 5 bombs. Now, these are an extremely rare find. I'm hoping it's going to be either a purple or a legendary pickup where you don't find it very often. It says it's one of the rarest items in Warzone. It's a locked briefcase full of deadly gas with an explosive charge. So basically, if you set this thing down, it will eventually explode into a big wall of gas. The initial explosion, when it goes off, will deal damage, and then after the explosion, gas will start emitting from it. So if you put this, if you're getting charged by a team and you have this, you can put this down between you and them, and it will kind of give your team a breather to try and get away or reposition yourselves. The gas will only linger for 2 minutes, so it doesn't last that long, but 2 minutes can be a really long time depending how far into the match it is. All right, now the next new thing they're bringing into the game is the portable decontamination stations, PDS for short. Now, These are basically used to combat these new Nebula 5 stuff, because there's going to be more gas. You're not just going to have to worry about the actual storm closing in. So what these things basically do is if you put these down, it emits like a small area that you can stand in that shields you from the gas. Now, the only downside to using this is that if you have one down on the ground, anyone can see it on their tac maps. So it kind of gives your position away. If a sweaty team sees this, they might just push that area because they know that a team is over there. So you always got to keep that in mind. But if you're in a sticky situation with gas, these PDS stations can come in really handy. And I could see someone trying to like win a game of Warzone with 0 kills by tanking gas by using one of these things. It could make for some pretty cool content. I might actually try and do a video where I win a game with 0 kills by using one of these contamination stations. That could be really cool. But another cool thing getting put in, like I said, they don't say if this is going to be in the Vanguard only playlist. I'm hoping it is, but it also could be an integrated. I don't really know. All right, moving on to the next new addition into Warzone. This still kind of goes with the Nebula 5 stuff. It's armored transport trucks, ominous Nebula 5 machines of destruction. So what they say here is that these armored trucks, they're deployed multiple vehicles to carry Nebula 5 and its derivatives around Caldera. These unstoppable steel behemoths remotely roll on a set looping path. So it's kind of like the train, how it was kind of going on a set path around Verdansk. These are kind of the same thing. If you get too close to it, it will shoot you. It has machine gun turrets on the side of it. So you really don't want to like run into this thing. And it says it will also drop mines behind it. So you're going to have to really pay attention to the path this thing walks on, because the last thing you want to do is run on the middle of a road that the path is for this vehicle is at, and then just run over a mine that it dropped that you didn't even notice. So these are going to actually be, in my opinion, these things might be kind of annoying. That's why I'm really hoping that it's in the Vanguard only playlist. All right, now in terms of new locations on the map, there are 2 new POIs that are available on the map. One of them is kind of like a redesign of a POI that was already there. The first one is Chemical Factory. This is the one that's redesigned. This spot was already here, but it got redesigned. Maybe there's a couple new buildings. I can't really tell. I can't remember what it looks like off the top of my head. It says that there will be enemy soldiers who protect the facility and a trap that can be strung in the central building. So there will be AI roaming around. I don't know if it's going to be like Fortnite, where if you kill them, they drop like small loot items or whatever. But yeah, there will be AI around here. And it says that there is a trap that can be strung in the central building, whatever that means. Now, obviously, since there is some sort of threat going to this POI, it says that squads who infiltrate this will walk away with more valuable loot on average. So I'm guessing this place probably has some Nebula 5 loot in there, like maybe a bomb, maybe one of the decontamination stations, or maybe the Nebula 5 ammo. I'm assuming there's probably a good amount of orange crates here, kind of like how the bunkers work sometimes. The second new POI, this technically isn't a POI because I just realized it's plural, but it says Underground Chemical Weapon Research Labs. So these might be kind of like how bunkers were. It says operated 7 research labs around the island. So there's 7 of them hiding underground and guarding them with small squads of soldiers. Now, I have noticed around the map, I don't know if you guys have, but there are bunker doors like how there were in Verdansk that are closed. They're locked, that you needed like a key card to open. So maybe this is what is behind those bunker doors. Maybe you need a key card to get into these labs. I don't know. But obviously, there's probably going to be some pretty good loot in here. It says that there will be small squads of soldiers roaming around in these labs. So I'm assuming that's AI. So you might have to fight some AI when you come down here. So make sure you don't run in here with like nothing. And it says to be able to find these, there will be several hand-drawn yellow circles on your TAC map. So obviously I don't know exactly what that will look like. But I'm assuming if you open your map, there will be like these small yellow indicators that shows where these hidden labs are on the map. So at least they're not going to be that hard to find. I'm just curious if you're going to need a key card or something to open them, or are they just going to be wide open for anyone to go into? All right, guys, so moving on to the final 2 things that are being added into Warzone. Like I said, there's a lot of new stuff coming. It's kind of lit. So this is probably the one I'm most worried about, that I'm really hoping is in Vanguard only. Oh, wait. It kind of just confirmed it. It says second aerial vehicle in Vanguard modes in Warzone. All right, so that confirms. All right, so this new thing, the bomber plane, this is going to be in Vanguard only. So I'm wondering if all the other stuff is Vanguard only, or is that going to be an integrated? I'm not sure. If you guys know, leave it down below in the comments. So basically this bomber plane, it's basically what it says. It's a giant plane. It can drop bombs onto people. I'm not sure how many. It can also destroy loadouts. So keep that in mind. Like if the loadouts spawn and you haven't hit it yet, this thing can just drop a bomb on it and immediately destroy your loadout. So that can get you in some bad situations. All right, now the final thing, new thing that's getting added into Warzone. This doesn't confirm if it's Vanguard only or not. I'm hoping this is the one thing that I hope is in the integrated playlist, and it's the redeploy balloon. Basically, it's another form of a rotation movement, a faster way to get around the map. Basically, it's shown on the TAC map as a blimp icon. And what it is, it's this balloon that's high up in the air. You can ascend to the top of it via a zip line and then use that to parachute and fly to another spot of the map. So its sole purpose is to try and just get you elevated. And then if you want to rotate to another spot of the map quickly, you can just parachute, go straight there. It's sick. The one thing this map needed, in my opinion, was more rotation methods, because the vehicles, they flip all the time on these hills and rocks. So I'm really glad they're putting this in here. And like I said, I hope it is in the integrated, because if it's Vanguard only, that will kind of suck. Now the balloon can get destroyed, but even if it gets destroyed, it says operators can spend a few $100 to re-inflate it. So that's pretty cool. And I'm also wondering, anyone can probably use these. It doesn't specify, but if you see one, I'm assuming you can use it, even if like another team just used it. All right, now closing this off, they're bringing in a couple new game modes into Warzone. Both of them are pretty nice. It's the first one, it's Caldera Clash. They had this in Verdansk a while ago. It's basically like a large scale TDM on like a small part of the map. This will be really good if you want to level up guns quickly, because people can level up guns pretty quickly in Plunder. But some Plunder games you get into, you don't like pop off as much as other Plunder games. But with this, you can consistently get a lot of kills doing this TDM playlist. So this will be really good for you if you want to level up weapons. And now the other game mode that's getting added that I am super pumped about, I'm sure all the Rebirth sweats are pumped about this as well. A while back in Verdansk, they had the Iron Trials game mode, which basically it was normal Warzone, except you just had a larger health bar. So it just took more bullets to kill you. I really like that. I wish the normal health in Warzone was the Iron Trials health, because in normal Warzone, in my opinion, you die way too fast. The Iron Trials was way better. So they're bringing the Iron Trials back, but they're putting it into Rebirth. So that's going to be lit. It's normal Rebirth. It's going to be duos mode, 20 squads of 2 for 40 operators total, and uses a similar circle collapse size and speed. So basically it's normal Rebirth, except you just have a larger health bar. So that should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get into that and grind that. Now they leave the Warzone part of these patch notes off with, as Caldera's secrets come to light, something lurks within Rebirth Island's shadows. Expect substantial changes to the prison island during the mid-season update. So what I get from that is Rebirth is finally going to get a change. Rebirth hasn't been changed since they put it out, and I think so. So this will be really nice if they add a new POI or something with Rebirth. It needs a change at this point, so that'll be lit. Can't wait to see what the mid-season update brings for Rebirth. All right, guys, so this brings us to the end of going over everything you need to know about Warzone Season 2. Like I said, this is going to actually be a substantial update. They're bringing a lot of new stuff into the game. I wish they would specify with some of the Nebula 5 stuff if it's going to be the Vanguard only, or if it's integrated. They did say that the bomber plane is going to be Vanguard only, which I'm really happy about. But I'm curious if the Nebula 5 gas stuff is going to be Vanguard or integrated. Honestly, it won't be a big deal if it's in the integrated playlist. All I really cared about was the bomber plane. That thing being in Vanguard only, good choice. But anyways, guys, if you found today's video helpful or useful whatsoever, remember, hit that like button. If you have not done so yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for post notifications so you don't miss another one of my videos. As always, hope you guys have a dope rest of your day. Remember, stay blessed, not stressed out there. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.